Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Bob Plays Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary difficulty. And today we're going to be refitting some captured British ships. Yeah, Battle Hymn of the Republic's one of my favorite songs ever. Finding an open licensed version of the song is really hard, so I hope that I can use that version since it was a public performance at the presidential inauguration. And I figure if Biden can grin and sing along with it, then it's good enough for my YouTube channel. So, here's what we're going to do today. We are going to refit some ships. And I guess if you're not getting on Discord, JP, I probably won't either. So we've got to refit some British ships, because we have a whole bunch of these little bastards. And we got the Russell done before. Now we're going to do this Hindustan, which that's the one that glitched out on us the other day. So I'm going to make some mini videos as we do this. So let's go try this out. Alright, so we are going to refit a British battleship first. And Brits were nice enough to give us this thing. It's a little 10,000 ton battleship. And, a little on the small side, but we'll make use of it as a patrol ship or something. So let's see what we can do with it. And the objective is we want to get these things going 25 knots, and we want to gear them out for hunting cruisers. Because these are mostly going to be coastal patrol ships. I'll probably use them to patrol the Atlantic, take care of whatever messes we run into. So we've got this thing pretty much empty, which is good. We're gonna completely reconfigure all the stuff. And we're basically just rebuilding this thing from the ground up. And go with some nice technology, unbalanced and hydraulic steering. There we go. Go reinforce bulkheads, anti-flood, better citadel, and we'll figure out the rest of the stuff a little bit later. So as far as tower goes, 3,500 spotting is probably the best we got, and it does not fit. Now it might be one of those things where we need a wider beam to make it fit, and it really does not. Even if we go with a super wide beam, it is not fitting. Too far from previous place. This may be a really glitched out battleship. We may not be able to. I don't know how we're gonna mount this thing. This may just be screwed. We can't mount any main guns. I think this battleship's just screwed up. That's really too bad. Because we need a main tower. Can we fit any tower at all? Too far from previous place. I think this thing's just screwed. I think when it glitched out on me the other day, I think it messed it up. So, my day's going okay. I got a lot of work done. I woke up early. So now I'm just taking a break. I think this is probably screwed. I think this guy is totally hosed. I think he's glitched out. I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix him either. There may not be anything I can do. All right, so we're gonna save. We're not gonna save that. We're just gonna ditch that, and I'm going to throw out that recording because it's not gonna do any good. All right, so let's go try it again. All right, so with the British battleship being glitched out, let's go see if we can refit a cruiser. This Leviathan looks like a nice option. We got 2 of them in stock, and yeah, this poor battleship is just completely screwed up. I don't know what we'll do with him. Maybe just invasion tonnage or something. All right, well, we got this cruiser. Let's see what we can do with him. I know this guy. I think we can work with it. Got a lot of casemate guns. And we could probably put on a bunch of 8.9s on this thing. I bet we could stack this guy up pretty good. So let's strip the design. We're just going to clear him out completely. We want him to go at least 25 knots, max bulkheads, and minimum crew. And let's go throw in all the basic tech that we need. Unbalanced rudder, hydraulic steering, crumb armor, reinforced bulkheads, anti-flood, some citadel, there we go. All sort of the basics that we want. Now as far as his main tower goes, if I can stick the main tower inside, that'd be great. We may have to put it up here, I'm not sure yet. Let's see what kind of funnels we can have. We can do these standard funnels. We got the dual funnels, which are 32. We can stick on a bunch of these. We're gonna probably go with forced boilers. So we need at least 4 of these funnels. And what we might be able to do is stick that down there, maybe. We want to be able to cram in a bunch of guns. I'd like to put, if I can, I'd like to be able to stick some guns on here. And if we can make these 8.9s, which would be, oops, I want coincidence. Because those are the biggest that we can fit on those barbettes. We could fit some in the back also, so maybe we could stack a bunch up like this. Yeah, so it's making it hard for me to, if I stack these up like that, then it makes it hard for me to stack them up high. do something like this, you know, where we could have, this might be a little bit, it might be a little bit much. Let's go ahead and put, we're going to put you up here. And the secondary tower, we're just going to stick these kind of like that. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's not going to fit in there. I could fit something in there, but that probably won't. That probably won't be it. I do that. Let's see if I can actually. There we go. Now what I might try doing with this guy is I might try doing, instead of 8-inch guns, I may do like 6-inch guns. We could do a bunch of 6-inch guns. Damn it. Oh, this thing just really just... That thing just really messed up, didn't it? This thing's just really hard to place. Because it's trying to make the... I could easily put something like this down there. And then that up top. That might be how we have to do it. Why won't it let me... do that? That's weird that it won't let me. I can do the top one, but it won't let me do anything down below like that. That's odd. Alright, now another option is we put this thing down below. And then we get the secondary tower. There's only enough room for 3 of them if we do it this way, because this doesn't quite fit on there, does it? Not really. Not quite. And if I go with, you know, with the forced boiler, it's just not enough. So I would love to have... Now the other option is I go with a... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a little different. I'll go with the dual barbette back here. I'll have you up top. This gets the funnels. We'll set that back a bit. There we go. Is there not enough room for that one? I guess that's as far. It's as far as up as I can make it. Alright, so that's where it has to be. So that's a bigger gun up there. Yeah, trying to make all this fit is being a little... That's being a little difficult. Alright, let's try medium barbette. I can only fit 2 of these down here. I could fit like a secondary gun down there, so I could do something like that if I had to. So we're going to have a little bit of trouble fitting on. I really want 3 sets of guns, and we're going to have a little bit of trouble squeezing this on. Because if I do it... Actually, we're going to cheeseball it. I'm going to put that on there. And then we're going to put the 6-inch gun right like that. And this is just going to be weird, but it's British, so who cares? So this will solve our problem. He's got lots of chunky armor. I don't really want to upgrade to... I could beef up the 6-inch guns, but I think 6 inches isn't enough. We're just going to have a lot of DACA on this thing. Probably doing something like that. No, don't do that. You goofball. Damn it. Probably something like this. Well, let's see, 3.1 forward offset. So maybe sticking it further backwards isn't bad. I could put it like this. Can I fit another? No, I really can't. Damn it. I could try to scooch it back like that a little bit. That's not really working out quite how I wanted it. So we might as well just have this scooched back as far as it'll go. And then this gun here, might as well have you facing that way so you don't look completely stupid. Alright, there we go. And let's go make these 2-inch guns 2.9s just because we like them. Alright. Got too much forward weight still. But this is alright-ish. As far as casemate guns, because we do have some tonnage left. Go with some 2.9s. Go with the 3s. Can we just go 3 inches on all of these? Yeah, there we go. Let's see here, because that's Mark 3s and those are Mark 2s, so we might as well go with the Mark 3s. And we'll make them 3.9, we'll max them out. And that ought to be pretty spiffy. And then as far as any other secondary guns go, I'd really like to squeeze in more, but I don't think I can. So this is pretty good. I think this is as good as we're gonna get it. We need to reduce our deck. We don't need that much deck. Can we? I don't think this will scoot forward any. That's as good as that's gonna get. Can we maybe scooch? There we go. Perfect. All right, so that's as good as it's going to get. That's got a lot of DACA. And, you know, we didn't put any on the very front or back. I mean, I could... These have such limited ranges of fire, and they sort of off-balance things quite a bit. I think I'm not going to worry about those. I'm just going to leave them in this middle kind of citadel area. And I think that's good enough. I would like to... I'm surprised that this cruiser came with maxed out armor. Can we chunk up the... We can chunk that up a little bit. I don't think we need that much from the top, but it's balanced. Oh yeah, we need increased heavy. What's our penetration value right now? So this is not enough for a cruiser. So we probably want to go with cap ballistics, and that'll be okay-ish for a cruiser, for most cruisers. That'll be all right. And TNT and cordite. We could go enhanced reload. That's too much. We don't need the faster reloading. Can we go double hull? It's a little bit, maybe a little bit much for the double hull. There we go. That's pretty good. That's overall pretty good. It's a little bit of an ugly cruiser, but you know, it's going 25 knots. I probably could stand to have more range. But that's a lot of... How do we squeeze that? That's another 1,000 tons, almost. If I were to squeeze that in, I could try taking off some of the... I don't think there's enough room for all that. No, it's not going to be... It's not going to be enough. I mean, I could go single hull at that point, but no, I think we're just going to... We'll leave you how you are with a minimum range. And I think this will be good enough for now. For what it is, this will be good enough. 6,000 kilometer patrol range. We can try and increase the range in future upgrades. Man, I would love for this to have a longer range, but I'd have to squeeze 1,000 tons out of it somewhere, and I'm not. I mean, it's got a lot of superstructure. Let's go try one other thing. If I were to give it a bunch of range, let's say we dropped your superstructure down to 2 inches. That takes a chunk off. And we'll go 1 inch inner deck, an inner belt. Go 3-inch deck. That just about gets us there. That's very close. And then we'll shave off the tops. The top, we only need like 2 inches on these things. And we'll go put back here. I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. So, that gets us the range we want. Alright, I'm going to call this good enough. Yep, this Leviathan, good enough. Alright. So, took a little bit to figure out, but this will be a pretty good patrol cruiser for guarding oceans, and I am confident it can take out any sort of light cruiser or torpedo boat destroyer threat, anything like that. It's going to be solid. It's fast enough. It's got a great range. This is what I'm looking for out of my British ships. So, all right. Thanks for watching. And I will get on to the next video here in a minute. Like and subscribe, and come hang out with me on stream. Thank you. Bye. Alright, so we got the first one done. Okay. Now we're going to go do another one. Alright, we refitted the first of the British cruisers, and now we're going to do another one. We got the Leviathan. Now we'll do this Endymion cruiser. He won't be quite as big, but that's alright. And our objective is to make these into long-range coastal patrol cruisers. And specifically want to be taken out, you know, light cruisers and destroyers, just smaller ships. They're not there to take out battleships or, you know, even other heavy cruisers. So we want to give this guy as much range as possible. Want it to go at least 25 knots. And we're just going to, just like the other one, we're going to strip it down. We're going to do a full, fresh refit. We want you to go 25 knots. We have max range, max bulkheads. Go for minimum beam, maximum draught. And just go give it the tech we need. Alright, so this is kind of our basics where we're starting from. Now as far as funnels go, I think we are going to be having some problems fitting any sort of funnel in here. So I think because there's no small, these all take up a lot of space. There's not really any way for me to fit in 2 funnels. So we are stuck with what we've got. So we're going to go for the best funnels we can, which is this thing. And we are just stuck with it. Which sucks, 'cause that means that we're only getting 61% efficiency. Well, that's unfortunate. And we'll end up doing some sort of barbette thing. I wonder if we can do... we can do something ridiculous. There we go. Right there with our super firing barbette mount. And our main tower, we're going to have you here. Secondary tower, there's nothing I can really... wonder if I can put another very tall barbette over here somewhere. I don't think it'll let me. I can put it down low, but it won't let me put it up high. I can put 2 of these. So I can at least do something like that. Alright. I can't put anything bigger than a 5-inch gun up on this guy. So we're going to make that a 5.9. And as far as main guns go, probably go with 6-inchers. Well, it's not going to let me have another... it's not going to let me have something else up front, is it? Can I do a 2-inch gun? No, it's not going to let me do... oh, I could put something up here. Can I have a floating gun, maybe? No, it's not going to let me do that. Alright, so... we're kind of stuck... sort of stuck like that. I mean, I could also try and do 8-inch guns. I've got the tonnage for, so maybe let's see if we can... will you let me do... because the 8-inch gun's the biggest I can put on here. So we can do 8-inch guns. that's going to be a little problematic. We could max these out, go 8.9s. Make the middle part a little bit easier. This thing's so over the top. I'm thinking, my gut feeling, especially because I need all this other stuff, is we probably just need to go 6-inch guns. That's probably what we ought to do. Instead of this big one here, maybe what I can do is do that instead. And I go put those 2-inchers there. Can I make them 2.9s? Maybe. There we go. It's not going to let me put anything up front. So I've kind of rigged this out about as good as I'm going to get it. Which, you know, it's fair. I am being kind of cheesy. So that gets the deck balanced. That gets everything balanced out. Now, our pitch and roll is absolutely awful. I don't know why the pitch and roll is so bad. I'll give it lots of deck to try and balance it out. And this might be a bit of a lost cause. So, give it a little bit more inner belt. Try and make it a little chunkier. And this might be not so bad, actually. I don't want the extra forward weight. Oh, this needs barbette space. Can I scooch some of this back a little bit? Nope. Can I scooch you back a little bit? Nope, that won't let me move that back, will it? There we go. Perfect. There we go. We made another ugly duckling. It's not great, but it's good enough. And it's fast. And it has a bunch of... Oh, you know what? I didn't I gave it semi-armor piercing instead of cat ballistic. I probably want cat ballistic for this. Yeah, we kind of want cat ballistic. So we need to drop a little bit of armor. There we go, perfect. Alright, I don't have any casemate guns, which I can always add those later, but this will be okay enough. I mean, if I were to put some casemate guns on, I could have a bunch of 2-inchers. Do 5 2-inchers. Or I could do 7 3-inch guns. This would add a lot of extra weight. What's the range on these things? 9 kilometers. I mean, this would add a bunch of weight that I'd have to take from somewhere. And these are... It's 12-kilometer range compared to these things, the 14-kilometer range. You know, I think I'm just going to leave them off for now, and I can upgun it later. I think we're just going to... This is good enough, and it's just going to be good enough. Alright. So there's this heavy cruiser, and we'll do the other heavy cruiser here while we're at it also. It's part of the same video. I think we have one more heavy cruiser we can do. We've got this Hawk heavy cruiser. There's only one of them, but let's go take care of this guy real quick while we're at it also. We'll make this part of the same video. Oh, look, he's so cute. Look at that tiny little thing. We're not going to be able to squeeze on much more onto here. But yeah, I think putting the 6-inch guns for my cruisers, I know that normally cruisers would want 8-inch guns, but since we're mainly targeting light cruisers and destroyers, I think the 6-inch gun's a good idea. Especially because we got the triple-barreled ones. So let's... This guy is so tiny. Alright, so we want him to go 25 knots, maximum range, maximum bulkheads. We'll kind of tweak that out. Go upgrade his tech. Make him as survivable as possible. Go cat ballistics. We want max high explosive. Increase shells. We want the heavy shell sized. Cordite and TNT. And we're going to take off the torpedoes because we don't want any torpedoes on this guy. Go with the Coincidence 3, get the radio. Alright, so we got kind of some stuff. Now that is a small air intake funnel, which that's just this one here. Can we do... I don't know if we can fit anything else in here. I think we might be stuck. Oh, we got this funnel with boats. I really want this dual funnel, but that's too big. So 6 funnel capacity versus 5.5. Man, that's awful. That's what we can do. All right, so we'll strip the guns off. And maybe we can... We're not really going to fit much on there. If we put you there, let's go see if we can do the stupid thing again. We can go with the barbette up top. We can go with that gun there. Alright, so... That's the best we got up top. We'll do the 2.9s in the back. Alright, so this just isn't... That's just not working, is it? Really don't want to do that. So it's the front tower 2. Might as well go with the better front tower. And the secondary tower... Might as well go with the better secondary tower also. We're not going to be getting any more... of these guns on there. And... damn it. There we go. Go make these gun barrels longer. We can make these 3.9s. Give them a little bit better range that way. Go 1 inch on each of the I think probably these extra guns aren't really helping much. And they've got pretty good firing arcs, but not great. Nothing compared to these gun turrets. So we're just going to pull those off, save the weight. There we go, we got that balanced. And we are going to have some problems with the weight and the pitch and all that stuff. So how are we going to fix this? This is going to end up being very minor. Let me try to go with a single hull. There we go, and that'll fix some of the weight problems. And I need the extra deck just to balance it out, which I really don't like. Um, but that fixes most of the deck problems. We'll just do this. Alright, it's not great, but it'll get the job done. Engine efficiency's awful, but it's got enough range and it'll be good enough. Alright, it's a good enough cruiser. I'll keep it. Alright, well, thanks for watching me refit some derpy British ships. Hope you guys liked it. And like and subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends. Come hang out with me on stream, and I will be back in a little bit. Thank you. Goodbye. Alright, I'm back. It is now time to refit a captured British light cruiser. So let's go check this thing out. We're going to do the Sentinel here, which we only have 4 of them, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So let's go see what we can make of this guy. Looks like it's a semi-armored cruiser hull. I like that hull. So we'll be able to do something with it. And our objective is we want this thing to go 25 knots. We want it to have as long of a range as possible. And we want to have a bunch of small guns for taking out enemy destroyers and torpedo boats. Do not have high expectations for this thing. It is mostly just for protecting my stuff. So let's go see what we can do with this guy. I'm going to go ahead and just clear it off. Poof. And let's just get our basics going. We want 25 knots, maximum bulkheads, minimum beam, maximum draught, minimum crew, forced boilers, gear turbines, get the auxiliary engines, the shaft, unbalanced rudder, hydraulic steering, better armor, double hull, better bulkheads, better anti-flood, better citadel. Make it as chunky as possible. Alright, as far as our funnels go, we got some of these dual funnels that we can stack those on. Now, I don't know how much I can stack on any of these towers. If I were to make it fatter, still wouldn't be able to. Oh, I could fit this in here. So we do something, maybe we could make it really fat and chunky. This makes it up to 4,003 tons versus, you know. So let's see here. So 2,800, so about 2,900. So it gives me about 700 tons free, right? So about 700 tons free, and this gives me about 700 tons free. So we're fine either way. So what we can do is we can stick this tower back here. You know, the main tower up there. I want to be able to stick some barbettes. So we could do something like that, although realistically, just doing we put barbettes on these 5-inch guns? No. If you made it a 5.1. So we can do 5.2 and we can have barbettes. So we do something like that. So that's an option there. This may not be completely necessary. And let's make sure we get all of our what's our armor penetration on this? It's kind of okay-ish, not great. Maybe it'd be better that I just go semi and just yeah, semi might be the best way to do it. We want as much armor as possible. So this is really kinda, you know, maybe instead of having it fat like this, I don't know if it really changes the dynamic that much. Because if I were to drop to narrow beam, I'm still getting about the same amount of extra weight. So we're not really doing great on it. I think having the extra speed is hard, but we need it. I could try going with a single hull. Doesn't really drop that much. Doesn't really change that much. So this is sort of what we've got. And then as far as secondaries, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I did 3-inch guns, gives us extra. So we could do something like this, right? But now we got to drop 500 tons. I could drop it down to 24 knots, but it doesn't really help that much. So where can we squeeze the weight out from this thing? First off, as far as fore and aft deck, we can definitely drop some of that down. We'll go minimum citadel for now, just to kind of work that over. And We still have a lot of extra forebelt. A lot of extra forward weight. I think we're going to have to drop one of these guns. Because we've got a lot of... If we were to drop that weight... Let's say we put this back here. And scooch... I can't scooch you into here, can I? That just won't. That's just not going to fly, will it? No, so this has to be up here. So that's... So we're definitely having some trouble with these guns here. As far as the rear turret, the rear tower, we can go with the bigger rear tower in the back to kind of help with the weight. 4 accuracy versus 1.5 accuracy, we'd almost be better off just doing that. Why is it a 5.1, and if I back it up... No? Alright, so we could try and scooch these backwards a bit to try and offset the weight. But this is definitely making it hard. Let's see here. As far as the armor on the casemates, I really don't want these things to be... Don't want these things to be bad. We may have to ditch them. We may just have to ditch these casemates, as much as I like having them. And if we went with... You know, we go with 2-inch casemates, and it's still way too much. Still way too much. You know, we can, to drop that down, we're still 200 over. So that doesn't really, that's not the problem there. I mean, I could slow this down, and maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe I just have to slow this guy down. I really want this to be a faster ship. We could do induced boilers at 25 knots and we're okay. So that solves that. I think that's our solution there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the induced boilers. Can I go back to the 3-inch? The 3-inch guns. It's a little bit much, isn't it? Yeah, I think we're kind of stuck. What's the difference in weight between these? There's a big difference in weight. This is turning out to be kind of a tough refit. I'd rather have the 2.9s if I can. Although I'd rather just frankly have the 3s. If I'm going to put a 3, let's say I put the 3-inch gun here and have the longer barrel, the 3-inch and the 2.9s are going to weigh the same, so I might as well go 3-inch guns. Alright, so that gives me all that. So now the problem is, how do I drop the 100 tons, almost 200 tons I need? Otherwise I've got to get rid of all these guns, and I really don't want to get rid of those guns. Go 1 inch on top. And go 2 inches for the casemate. That drops a little bit of tonnage. So we could drop some tonnage there. And I really don't want to drop a lot of deck, but I may not have a choice. What else can I drop? I'm gonna drop a little speed. .2, 24.3. I guess we're gonna go 24.2 knots. So not really what I wanted, but we'll squeeze in a little bit of extra armor. There we go. Alright, it's good enough. It's not great, but it's good enough. It'll hunt down small ships, and it'll be good enough. Alright, beggars can't be choosers. It's a free light cruiser, and I can't build any of my own right now, so this will be all right. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see everybody back on stream. Thank you and goodbye. All right, so we got this one. Let's see here. Yeah, I want as much casemate armor as I can have. It'll be good enough given what I'm chasing down with this thing. I really want to fix this ship here, but it's all fucked up. So I don't think I can do anything with it. And I've got these stupid torpedo boats. Which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the torpedo boats. But I'll think about that after I go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Alright, I'm back. Let's go restart this computer that I'm working on. Alright, so I guess let's go refit British torpedo boats. Alright, I'm back, and in this video we're going to refit captured British torpedo boats, which I'm not really super excited about that. Oh, we got a destroyer also. Let's do the destroyer first. We got exactly one destroyer, which is not going to be all that useful, but let's see what we can do with it. And basically these things, you know, we're just going to have these patrolling coastal water and hopefully offsetting some of the transport losses that we're suffering. It's not worth going to a lot of trouble for just one. I wonder why we have a super firing barbette up there. That's kind of odd. Alright, so we want to maximize the bulkheads and geared turbines. Just give it all the goodies. So I don't want this guy to sink. Go max high explosive. Go cordite. TNT. And conic 3. We want to be mine hunter. I don't think we need the depth charges. Or we don't need mines. We might need depth charges. I don't think we do. We'll see how that works out. Let's give it as much armor as we can, which is apparently not very much. All right. So, what do we have here? We got a front tower 1. So let's go with this advanced tower. And then as far as the funnels go, probably like an enhanced, what's this, enhanced medium? A couple of these, that gives it a lot of range. That's really good. We could try to make it as wide as possible. No, I think we're gonna go. We'll make it narrow. All right. So as far as our guns go, I could go with a 5-inch gun and get a barbette. But I'm thinking that we're gonna be mainly just taking out other destroyers. So we can go 3.9-inch guns and get the Mark IIIs, and that's kind of our biggest thing we can do. So we could do something like that. I don't need that 4-inch gun. So we could do something kind of like that. And as far as this torpedo goes, we need to have a torpedo. We don't really care about the torpedo that much because we're primarily hunting other ships. There we go. So we've got Lots of guns. Got a forward weight offset, which I hate, but I can't do much about it. I mean, I could try to scooch all this stuff back, maybe. You know, if we were to... I think I'll probably just leave it good enough. There we go. It's good enough. I don't need a lot of torpedoes because I don't care. What's the range on you guys? 4 kilometers. You go standard, and that gives you a range of 6 kilometers. That's about as good as we can get it. We've got a lot of guns, 2, 3, 4, we've got 6 guns on it, and this will be alright. We'll try to beef up whatever armor we can, and this is good enough. It's as good enough as we can get. How much does this torpedo launcher weigh? It weighs 30 tons versus 15 tons, and I could stick this in the very back. If I were to put you all the way... No, wouldn't like it. Alright, so that's good enough. And I don't see any other upgrades we can make. Now we could go cap ballistic, and we might as well just have the better armor penetration and give it some depth charges. How's this change our anti-submarine? ASW is 29.9. Where's 20? It doesn't make that big of a difference. We'll just leave it like this, because the depth charges makes it a little better to get blown up. Let's start to drop the... I'll just stand that down to standard torpedoes. There we go. That's fine. 3-month refit. Boom. Alright. So... yeah, we'll just, and then we'll go ahead and refit the torpedo boats that we captured also while we're at it. Might as well. We're making these mostly gunboats anyway, just for the purposes of fighting other ships, other small craft. I don't want to take on anything big, but I'd feel comfortable taking on a other torpedo boats, perhaps. So let's see what we can do with this guy. As long as we get these things going about 30 knots. With maximum range. That'll be good enough. Alright, so let's see what we can... go pull all these guns off that we don't need. Alright, minimum quarters, maximum draught, maximum bulkheads, maximum range, mine sweeping, geared turbines, and induced boilers. There we go. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so as far as guns go, we can go with the 3.9s. Because that's going to be our kind of our maximum Mark III gun that we have. And let's see, this is a front tower 1. These advanced towers take up a lot more room. What's the spotting difference on 700-meter spotting versus 450? But it takes up a lot more space, which I don't really like. I could try to widen the ship also. I need some sort of a torpedo launcher. This is going to be a bit of a problem here. I don't really have any good I have a space problem also. So what I might need to do is I may need to go with this like a front tower too, just so I can put a torpedo tube and then have a couple of deck guns, have another deck gun. This may be the only way I can do it. Have a some sort of a barbette. Let me scooch this back a bit. This might be the only way I can do it. TNT, cordite. I'm not quite sure this is going to 28 knots. And which funnel is this? This is the standard funnel. If I were to go with a standard funnel small, it's just not enough. I need to have the actual standard funnel. Max high explosives, and there we go. This is about as much DAC as I'm going to get on this thing. So, see, that's 9.8 tons. What I could do is, oops, I didn't want to. Let's do that. Well, it's good enough. All right. Good enough. The important thing is that these torpedo boats have a long range. And, you know, I'm not expecting great things out of them. I'm expecting good enough things out of them. And they're mostly just going to be for patrolling the oceans. Alright, so let's do the last torpedo boat. Can I refit any of these guys? We can. Let's get those going. And Where's our last, this otter? That's our last torpedo boat. Alright, let's go take a quick look at this guy. This is going to be much the same thing. We're just going to kind of slap it together, make it good enough, and kick it out the door. And we want these to be mostly gunboats. I don't really care that much for the torpedoes themselves, because we're mostly worried about trying to take out other torpedo boats. Alright, so once again, we're going to go maximum bulkheads. We can do the maximum beam, and we're going to do 3.9-inch guns just to maximize the technology, the weapon technology we have. And then we're just going to go with a single torpedo launcher. Give it minesweeping capabilities. Make these shells big. Oh, it's got picric acid, we'll keep that. Now we are definitely having a bit of a engine efficiency problem. Oh, we want to go geared turbines, there we go. And go stick you up there. And kind of want faster than 26 knots. That seems a little underwhelming. And maybe on these we'll put 2-inch guns. I mean, 26 knots is... Can we get 28? Yeah, we could do 28. Now this little standard funnel small, we're going to need to go with a bigger funnel. Let's go with a standard funnel. There we go. And then as far as these guns go, we're 5 tons too heavy. Let's just go normal ammo. And that'll be... I really want the ammo, though, is the thing, because we're going to need it. Standard torpedo stuff. I could drop the gun size down a little bit. And, I mean, what happens if we go 29 knots? 28's fine. Alright, well, this is what we got. Good enough. Let's kick it out the door. Alright. As long as we have our torpedo boats doing kind of good enough fish, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, thanks for watching. I've got to go return some phone calls and get back to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and maybe I'll play a little bit more here in a bit. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Goodbye. almost back. I just have to take care of... I have to order something for one of my customers real quick. And... let me get this thing taken care of real fast. And... let's see, when is this going to arrive? So arrive January 29th. Yeah. Yes. 6-4. Give me just one moment, guys, and I just have to update some notes real quick, then we'll get back to the game. Alright, we are all set. So let's get back to what we're doing here. So we got these torpedo boats that we fixed up. And we'll go refit these guys. Oh, look, there's grand total of one of them. That's a lot of work for nothing. Alright. So we've got our refitted ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, because this Hindustan is all messed up. And maybe I ought to just scrap it, because I think this guy's just screwed anyway. Let's go figure out where he's at. That's the Russell. This guy right here. So if I were to view him... well, I mean, he looks like he's okay. So maybe the ship's all right. I don't know. The class is screwed up. I'll probably never be able to fix him. But maybe he's all right. Because he certainly has a bunch of guns on him. He says he's 16,000 tons. So I don't know what's up with it. We're just gonna leave it alone, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Who the hell knows? So, what are we trying to do here right now? So we've basically ganked Germany. So Germany's off the board. We've got this one province down here that we're not going to worry about. And we've got something off in the Pacific over here, which we're not going to really, the Marshall Islands, we're not going to really worry about that either. So I could send a fleet to grab this, because that's worth some money. And we've also got to go finish conquesting all of South Africa, because these Brazilians are getting kind of uppity. So I think what I'm going to do, because we've got all these ships up here that we have to deal with. And I'm not really quite sure what we're going to do with them all. So I think what we're going to do is some of these guys we're going to send down to start dealing with South Africa and all of our different all of our different problems. So let's just start sending you guys. I'm going to send you guys down here to Germany, or what's left of Germany. And then we're going to have to deal with some of the stuff going on in Japan. Now you guys... I'm going to put you guys like right here in La Carina just to sort of deal with the Atlantic. And you guys... I'm going to send you guys down this way. And then these are my big boys. These guys could head over to Japan, start taking care of business. Except you got all your ships down here. So I think we're going to go take care of these guys. Now I wouldn't mind getting Japan to surrender and getting a bunch of their ships. That might actually be kind of nice. So let's go send you into there. So we look at the politics screen. I mean, everybody hates us. Of course they do. Japan has a bunch of ships that we could steal. France has some ships that we could take. So if we do go to war with France, that's not bad. Italy's got some stuff. Germany doesn't have very much, but we could take it. Hungary doesn't have anything. So, now as far as France goes, France just has some of Africa. So if we do end up going to war with France, I'm not opposed to going to war with France. We can go grab their stuff. So, I really want to get the double turrets on the light cruisers, but there's not much I can do about that right now. No alliance. Don't want to go to war with the Soviets, but we will go to war with France. Okay. And let's go get this light cruiser here. We should be able to take him out, because we've got a bunch of our stuff. So yeah, so the plan is we're going to go and win a couple things from France, take some of their stuff. Hopefully they'll surrender and give us some ships. That's the plan. Because at this point we're basically just pirates anyway. Yeah, we'll keep the whole flotilla, I suppose. We don't really need to worry about it. Let's keep it a tight formation, actually. I really like my little patrol cruisers. They're really nice. Let's go check on this computer I'm working on. I'm kind of multitasking right now. I'm doing some work while I'm doing some of this stuff. Let's see what this Japanese cruiser has. He's got just cruiser stuff. Nothing fancy. 3-kilometer torpedoes. It's just very basic stuff. So we're just going to go and just beat him up. Hopefully our other ships will get to shoot at him too. Maybe they can get a little bit of experience from the target practice. There you go. He's getting beat up pretty good. We'll just start to turn in on him and circle around. At this point, basically everybody's shooting at him. So this is going to be a rough day for him. Yeah, he's going to get all wrecked up. Alright, so we'll just sort of sit back and relax and let the high explosives do the job. I'd really prefer to have destroyers instead of torpedo boats, but that's what I got, so we'll just use them. %. Yeah, he's just about done. Let's go turn in sharper. His damage and stability's got to be really bad. Yeah, 65%. Alright, there we go. Get wrecked, buddy. Let's see if our little ship's got some experience or if it was only the... They got a little bit. Alright, they got some. That's the important part. Korea's doing kind of okay. So what's this ambush here in the central Mediterranean? I don't really want that. No, I don't really want to go up against destroyers. So... there's a light cruiser there. I don't know what this battleship thinks it's doing. We could do that. I don't really want to go and get... I don't really want to get him. Do we have any sort of invasion options? Not really. Not really. Alright, what do we got going on in Asia? So we've got this naval invasion already underway, and it's doing fine. We got these guys down here. Got that heavy cruiser I'd like to jump. He's going off somewhere else. Now what I could do... How many tons is this? 52,000 tons? I could just start grabbing Japanese homeland. That's probably what we're going to do. I mean, that's a nice big cruiser. I would like to get it. But... and a lot of these guys need to repair, too. So let's just send you up into here. And let's see what we can refit while we're at it. Just while we can. Let's get these cruisers going. Get those cruisers going. It'll take a month to refit those patrol ships. How much tonnage do we have? We got plenty of tonnage. We're doing fine. Alright, so that's about as good as it's going to get. We definitely have problems. How long is that going to take? Another 3 turns. This is done. So let's send you guys. You're not too badly beat up. We could send you guys into West Africa just to start dealing with some of this stuff. %. This is going to be problematic over there, isn't it? I don't know. What can I do about Western South America? We've got a lot of problems here. There's not really a lot of stuff to be done over here. I've got ships here that I could maybe... Don't really have anything to do with them. Brazil is really being a pain in the ass, isn't it? Let's make sure that everybody is on sea control. They are. Let's double check from the bottom on up. As all sea control, sea control. Have you on sea control? Alright, so we got that going on. Alright, so we are going to have a lot of trouble in the South America area. I'll get some ships over there before too long. The Japanese have an Army Logistics 39. I've got 4%, which is awful. So there's just not a whole lot we can do with it right now. I just have to get some ships over there to deal with it. We're just woefully unprepared. Once we take northern Brazil, we'll start wrapping around. It's kind of annoying, but you know, what can you do? Hopefully we can get the Germans to surrender and give me some boats. That'd be awfully nice. I think they probably will. Sure, we'll go for peace. And we gotta fight. So I think we can do this. Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and then we'll record this fight. So I'll be right back. and let us go gank the Japanese fleet. Let's go record this. Alright, we're going to do a little recording while we gank the Japanese fleet. And I think my light cruiser should take them. I'm not super worried about it. I think we can get them. We've got a couple ships that are a little on the big side, but I trust my light cruisers. Here we go. Now those heavy cruisers I'm a little nervous about, but I think I've got the upper hand here. Alright, let's get our guys bunched up. And we've got the weird Chinese ship. Other than that, we've got pretty much all of our normal dudes. Going a little bit slow, but that's all right. Let's see what they've got. So their heavy cruiser, they've got 10.6-inch gun, which is a little intimidating. It's a Mark... Oh, wow! That's a Mark III. That's a little intimidating. He's got good armor. Really good armor. Yeah, even in the front. The back is weak. He's got many bulkheads. He's not no blatant weaknesses. We're going to cut across this way. I know he's got a bunch of smaller ships also. There we go. We'll take out those torpedo boats first. That's a nice hit. There we go. Nom 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 nom. So as long as we don't take any big hits from those 10-inch guns, I feel really confident. Yeah. Because our 5-inch guns are just going to eat these torpedo boats. Their big guns have me really nervous. So, we're going to kind of get ourselves in position. We're going to start kind of sneaking around the side and try and get our fire concentrated onto their ships. Let's try to angle in a little bit because we need to make our way over to those heavy cruisers. Those go pretty quick. They're not bad ships. They're only single guns. We're definitely putting out a lot of fire into them. Really want to finish that guy off if we can, please. Start working our way towards the heavy cruisers while we rip these guys down. And got 2 of them, that's good. Got 3 of them. Alright, just the heavy cruisers left. Now which way are these guys going? They are going off and away, but they might be trying to turn. So So let's sort of angle a little bit. They're out of high explosives. They don't carry a lot of ammo. Are these guys low ammo, or reduced ammo? No standard ammo. It's just those are only single-barreled guns. They don't have a lot of ammo comparatively, I think. That's okay. So we're just gonna start working our way towards them. And most of our battle line is firing. The end guys can't quite. But that's okay. And then these guys are going 19 knots. They're going about 21, 20 and a half. I think it's probably because this guy slows us down. Everybody else goes 24 knots except for him. That's okay. So this boy is just getting lit up on fire. Yeah. Look at all that fire. Isn't picric acid the best? Picric acid is best acid. Yeah, so we've already killed off about half his crew, and this whole frickin' ship is on fire. Look at that. He's having a bad day. The whole thing's on fire. That is a bad day. $20 fires going. Yeah, look at all that fire damage. Yeah, he's not gonna like this for much longer. Even the back ship is firing now. He's got a 66% damage instability. It doesn't matter, does he burn up or does the crew die first? Alright, he surrendered. We got the crew first. Alright, so now we have a problem because Long Beach took a hit. So you are going to... You're going to pack it in. And New Haven, you're going to take up the lead. Which way are you going? Yes, well, okay. I've got more than enough firepower to finish the rest of you off. Long Beach has more than done his job, and we're just going to run him away before anything bad happens. I mean, actually, we could... no, you're too far away already. That's fine. We're just gonna do it like this. 9 kilometers out. Oh, his back gun is hurt. Look at that. That sucks. That sucks. Your back gun don't work anymore, does it? Yeah, so we're just gonna leisurely cruise along and keep lighting you on fire. How fast are you going? A little under 18 knots. You're just gonna sit there and just get beat on for a while. He's got a really high damage instability, so he's not going to be firing. His main gun in the back is broken, so that's not going to work. He's starting to flood in the back. Oh, he's having a bad day. It's called a bad day. He's having a really bad day. Knock knock, who's there? America, fuck yeah! So, I really wish there's a way you could just capture their ship at sea and take it home with you. That'd be great, but that's probably asking too much. Alright, womp womp womp. Alright, somewhere I've got a picture of that. Knock knock, who's there, American? It's got a battleship. I need to find that. That worked really well. So, we will agree to peace if you want to give us a bunch of ships. Alright, so it's going to be 2 more turns, and their army, their land invasion is just really taking its toll on me. Alright, so I can naval invade something of Japan. We can get this 145,000 tons. Can't get anything of these guys. I don't know why. Probably just because they're sailing along. Where are you guys? Is that a single torpedo boat? That's dumb. We'll just go get you. Alright, so these guys are still sailing along. It's going to take them a little while to get there. I'll just have to roll up all that stuff. If I were to get 145,000 tons, so he'll be done not anytime soon. I don't know why. So I've got 90,000 tons here, and so I'm a little bit short. Alright, let's, can we do some more refitting on these? He's done, he's done. Let's go get him refitted. Get these guys refitted. Get you refitted. Alright, so I could try to invade up here, but I don't have the tonnage for it. But it's the only thing I can invade. So if they were to surrender, I've got a bunch of existing. We'll go for it. Screw it. Then you guys. I'm going to put these guys here, but we're going to leave the torpedo boats behind because there's not a lot of tonnage anyway. There we go. So we're going to do that. Now, as far as other, I don't have any other really ships in the area. which I need a lot more. I do have ships here. I don't know where I have these. In Arabian Sea. I got 3 cruisers up there. It says I have 7 cruisers. So I've got these guys. Alright, so let's send you guys into... We're gonna send you guys into Manila. I'm gonna send these cruisers into Manila. As far as the Indian Ocean, I don't have anything down here really. And this is all woefully unprepared. Now these torpedo boats that don't have a long range, I'm going to send you guys down to Mozambique. And just to sort of do what you can. It's not great, but it's what I got. So we got to really shift a lot of ships over. I got 1 torpedo boat in the Persian Gulf. And not really a lot going on here that I want to deal with. I don't really want to deal with these destroyers. I don't really trust them. Now I could take out Albania. We got these guys right here. Let's just double check our various ships real quick while we have them. Those are all set. So we've got these ships here in the North Atlantic. I don't know what I want to do with them exactly. I'm hoping to get the German fleet to surrender. And they should. I could send these guys into the Mediterranean to start dealing with some of this stuff. And that would be probably more than enough. Or I could try and start gobbling up Brazil. But I've got 2 more turns. These guys can be going down there. I've got some of these guys going down there. We can't do any of that. Next turn we'll start evading that. So, alright, so you guys... You're going to go after whatever that fleet is. We're going to put you right there. Alright, there we go. We'll see if we can make this work. I have a bunch of meetings coming up, it looks like. We got peace with Germany. Alright, so we want all of their ships. Very nice, very nice. And alright, so Southwest Africa is worth a lot of money. We could grab everything but Southwest Africa. Or if I were to not worry about Chad, I could possibly just knock him completely out of the war. So let's go try that. Alright. So that just took Germany completely out, I believe. Alright, now this is going to be a problem. That is a big battleship. That's a 30,000 ton battleship with pretty big guns. 21 knots. He's still a slow one. I should be able to take him out. But that might... This is going to be tough. Let's go save it first, just in case, 'cause I don't know how this is going to work out. Alright, let's go record this. Alright, so we have stumbled into... Is it not recording? Alright, so we have stumbled into an enemy fleet by itself. And I don't know how that's going to work out. So let's go check it out and see. So it's a battleship. He's by himself. I've got my small ships. So let's see what we got going on here. Now I'm a little bit nervous because that battleship's a 30,000 ton battleship. That is a big boy. And my guys are small. So at best, well, hopefully we can burn him down. But I am definitely... Oh, we have low fuel also. This could be very problematic. Because I need the numbers to go after him. But we are low on fuel and he outguns us by a lot. So our only choice is to go straight in. He's a Dreadnought with a lot of 12-inch guns. And he's got a lot of armor. Not so much at the front and back. He's got maximum bulkhead. So we're going to have to just get in. We're going to get in close. And hopefully he'll engage us at close range where we can burn him down. But this might go very badly, actually. Okay, he's still heading towards us. Ouch. Yeah, my guys are not super happy. I have to go broadside to broadside to get that other gun firing. He's going a lot faster than me because I'm low on fuel. I can't even get my back gun to fire. There we go, now it's firing. So all I can do is hope that I can get enough damage to burn them down. And these 5-inch guns seem to be doing alright on my light cruisers. Good thing they're awesome. Yeah, they're doing their best. I think I can take him just through sheer volume of fire. I think I can. Yeah, because he's taken a lot of hits. So he may have bit off more than he can chew. Yeah, his isn't going to go so well for him. Because his damage and stability is already getting him now. So he's just getting splatted by my whole fleet. So yeah, they're just going to beat him down. Alright, this wasn't as bad as I thought. I was just really worried because he's a big battleship. But yeah, he just can't deal with that much fire. My light cruisers carried the day. Alright, well, good job. We'll go ahead and end that recording. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hang out with me on stream, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Alright, let's go see what I did here, because I think I forgot to label the previous one that I recorded. So I need to make sure that I so I think... Alright, so we have stumbled into an enemy... So that's the battleship video. Okay, so... and then this one here, which video is this? Recording while we think my light. And that's the light. That's the light cruiser battle. I need to double check that one. All right, we'll have to double check that one because that one I think I messed up the. I think I kept it recording while it's AFK. Alright, so we have all of these captured German ships now. Oh, we have another... Look at that Japanese fleet we ran into. Oh, that's going to be a good fight. Well, I guess we're going to have to take care of this one. Let's go record this one, too. Alright, we're going to have a battle now where we're going to fight the Japanese fleet. Our flotilla battleships ran into the Japanese fleet. We've got a big fleet of ships here. It's big fleet versus big fleet, so let's go do this. Hopefully we're not low on fuel. Because that would suck. I hate being low on fuel. Alright, so let's see how this works out. Might take a little bit to load up the battle because there's a lot of enemy ships involved. But this should be a nice hit to their morale if we can take this out. And we've largely cleared out most of our main competitors. You know, now it's really just a matter of got to take care of Brazil because they're getting uppity in South America, deal with Japan. But their ships are bigger, but we've got a lot of them. So, wow, look at the size of this fleet. Alright, how do we want to do this? I want to... Are any of these the Nebraska? He's... Alright, so let's have... Let's just have all you guys group up. Alright, the Freedom, he can be in the front, sure. Alright, so we're going to have just a long flotilla of ships. And the light cruiser kind of taking up the rear, which that'll be alright. It's going to be a big old conga line of death. I'm not sure how I got 37 ships all in one group. But we're just going to do a single battle line formation. And... start angling off a little bit. We do have some ships that are low on fuel. Are all of... Let's just double check all this real quick before we get into the fight. Because I don't want to deal with low fuel ships in the middle of such a big fight. So you're low on fuel. You're low on fuel. Leave it to the French to be low on fuel. Alright, so... that is an awful lot of low fuel French ships. Let's just double check all these real quick, because I don't want any problems. Alright, so these French ships are low on fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys... have you follow the main fleet. And hopefully that'll be alright. We'll get that kind of sorted out. Alright, so this battleship here, the Kasagi, you are 16,000 tons of lots of gun turrets and anger. Yeah, that's that same type of ship I fought before, but I have bigger ships this time. And so my big guns should be able to take care of that. But you have a lot of other ships as well. Now these guys, I don't know what the heck you, I don't know what you guys are trying to do. I want you guys to go that way. You're just going to form a secondary line of ships, and you're just going to kind of hang out over there. I don't think I need that secondary group of ships. I think these guys are going to be more than enough to take him out. Got 9.7s. Yeah, he's worth shooting at. Yeah, so you guys will just kind of cruise on up and just shoot at whatever you can shoot at. Because I don't want to get swarmed by all these light ships. That'd be a nightmare. Let's pop some secondary guns into this guy. There's a lot of small ships. Now let's go turn you around. And these guys, yeah, you'll form kind of a third line. Yeah, this will be all right. Just have you guys just kind of do your thing in kind of a battle line. Why do those have a longer... That's a 9.8 kilometer range. Oh, that's interesting. They have a longer range. Have the low fuel ships circle around this way while the main fleet just kind of doubles back. And this is working pretty well. Yeah, it's kind of hard to control so many ships. Oh, I took a bit of a nasty hit. It seems to be doing all right. We're gonna need to do something about that battleship coming up. Have you guys start veering in. Take a quick pause here. So we're doing a little running gun battle with the little ships. That's fine. And you guys are gonna start heading up to kind of take up the rear here. That's fine. You guys can work that yourself. And these guys are going to go deal with the small ships over here. And then they'll circle around and get the battleship. That seems to be working out all right. As long as those destroyers don't rush me, and they seem to be having bigger problems dealing with all my fire. So this is looking pretty good so far. Alright, so let's start heading towards the battleship. Once that destroyer's down. How many torpedoes left anyway? What was your torpedo range? 1.5 kilometers. Let's have you guys start heading in towards the battleship. That destroyer's having a rough day. Alright. And let's get the battleship now. Alright, this should work out pretty well. As far as you guys go, you're just going to keep on just sailing straight in. Alright. Now we just relax and let the guys kind of take care of it themselves, because they've got it from here. That's a nice battleship, but I outnumber him by a lot. So this isn't going to work out very well for him. That's some good maneuvering, I think. Yeah, he's just getting tore up now. Alright. Good job. Well, fantastic. We tore him up pretty good. We all our ships got experience. I'm going to call it a win. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hang out with me on stream. Share it with your friends. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Okay, so let's... that worked out really well. We got this battle over here, which is, I really don't want to do that. I mean, it's a couple of these, I really don't want to use my destroyers to hunt their destroyers. I mean, they're trained, my guys are trained, I've got 5 3.9-inch guns. He's got 3 4-inch guns. It'd probably take him. Well, let's first... We have some captured ships that we liberated from Germany. Let's go check these out real quick. Except they don't seem to be... Alright, let's see if we can figure these guys out. I guess we could look at them by class. Let's see if we can find... Those are New Yorks. Let's, British. It's Chinese, French. It's Baden. That should be German. So we'll label those with the G. This Prince Heinrich, that's another German ship. Let's see here. Hansa Baden, and Imphi and Silverbar. Baden, Hansa. There's this Nimvi here. That's a German ship. There's only one of those. That's too bad. The Subavar. This V-17, that's going to be a German ship. It's a British. That's British. So this S-30, that's gonna be German, I guess. Alright, so I guess that's all of them. Alright, let's see what we... So we got some cruisers. Alright, well let's go refit some German cruisers. Alright, we're going to make a video refitting some of the newly acquired German cruisers. We're going to start with this Hansa. So let's go take a look at this. Let's see what we can do with them. It doesn't look that bad. Yeah, these are guys who are going to be mostly for coastal patrol type stuff. So we want these guys to be fast, have a long range. That's kind of our main requirements. So let's see what we can do. Let's give it some modern tech. I want to go 25 knots, long range, max bulkheads, minimum crew, geared turbine. Let's give it all the good tech. Give them some nice citadel. We don't really need the anti-torpedo, but go high explosives, go high capacity, and cap ballistic, and cordite, and TNT. We don't need any torpedoes on this guy. Coincidence 3, get him some radio. Alright, so that's kind of our basics, what we need. I don't know if we can put extra. Those are big funnels. So we're sort of limited. So we can only put funnels there. So I guess we're going to go ultra big funnels, which doesn't seem very useful. Front tower. It's 2,700 spotting for strings, so we might as well go with the bigger front tower. Except that doesn't work, does it? Huh. And then these guns here, these are 5.3s, and we got 7.4s. So let's go pull these guns off. And then as far as these 7.4s, these are really not great guns. We go 9-inch guns. And that would give us a lot of firepower. As far as these casemate guns go, we might have to go 4 spoilers just to get good engine efficiency. That gives really good engine efficiency. We're going to have to also adjust the armor as well. So what's our rear tower? 3. There's just no putting anything good on here. Alright, so that's the best we're doing on that. As far as the rear tower goes, it's a 4 accuracy, 6 accuracy. We could go with better accuracy. We could lose a little bit of accuracy and save some tonnage also. And then we're going to need I have a little bit of trouble with these turrets here. Might have to just put single turrets like that just to sort of help with it. And we've got some casemates. Alright, so we're going to do the casemates also. That's a lot of forward weight. That's definitely problematic. I really don't want to only have 1-inch forward belt. And I could pull these guns off. So I could do something like that. Which that's not necessarily a bad idea. That's as far back as we can put it. I mean, this isn't a great cruiser. I really don't like this cruiser that much. But this might be as good as we can get it. Can I scooch? There we go, so that... Alright, so that fixes the weight problem there. So that's balanced now. Let's just double check everything. We're 25 knots. I could make the beam smaller. But it's probably okay. We've got really good range. Got the geared turbines. We got all the tech we need. High capacity, cap ballistics. I mean, this is going to spank. That's going to spank some ships pretty well with the 9-inch guns. I could go bigger guns, but I don't think I need to. I think this is solid. I could drop the anti-torpedo. I'll need that eventually. Alright, so this is good. Can we squeeze on a little bit more deck? I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. Alright, good enough. So there's our little German weird cruiser refit. Kind of weird, but I'll take it. Alright, well thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. And we'll refit some more ships here in a minute. Thank you and goodbye. Alright, let's go find another ship to refit. These Hansas. Do the Baden next. We got 2 of these. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we're going to refit some more captured German ships. So we're going to do this Baden class, which... The Hansa class was kind of a pain to refit. This one I can get more funnels, which will help. I don't know, the German cruisers are kind of weird. Not sure I really like them that much. Mainly because I don't like how hard it is for me to put in funnels. But I feel very limited by the designs. But that's okay. It's what we got. So we got 2 of these guys that we were so graciously donated when Germany decided they didn't want to go to war with us anymore. 11,000 tons. That's not bad. Alright, so let's go upgrade the tech on these and see what we can do. So first off, when we go 25 knots, max range, max bulkheads, give big draught for better efficiency, give you good engines, good armor, and barbettes. We got all the... Go for max high explosives, high capacity, Cap ballistic, that's all looks good. Increased ammo, heavy shells. Let's get rid of whatever torpedoes you have, because I don't want your torpedoes. Go coincidence 3. And we got the advanced radio. Alright, so that's not awful. Now I'm not sure what kind of funnels these are. These are small funnels. So can we go induced? There we go. So that's nice right there. That's a good start. And then we're gonna go pull off all these little casemate guns and 10.6s. I don't think we want you on there either. The towers I'm gonna leave alone, I think. Let's go with 9-inch guns, because we're mainly trying to fight small ships. So I have to tweak around the armor. We're going to drop some of the deck armor. I know you're German, but that's just a little too much armor. And then for secondary guns, and we're going to go with our 2.9s, if it'll let us. Make those long barrels also. Now this is nice. I've got a lot of nice turrets. And then we can fit some here, which I don't know if you're going to let me do anything with that. If I scooch that forward a little bit. There we go. So we've got our basics going here. 25 knots, we got our max range. We've got way too much forward weight. We could try to put some guns in the back. I could put some casemate guns here also, but I don't know if I need that. I'm sure I've got more deck armor than I need, because it's helping with the stability, but that's a lot. Can I add? No, I really can't. Now the other option is I could try to do multiple smaller guns, but no, this is really the best we can do. So if we go 3 inches on the back deck, that's as much as we can do. I could try to drop the foredeck a little bit. There we go, and that gets it balanced nicely. So that's as good as I can get. I could add some more front guns, but I really don't want to unbalance the ship. You would think that in real life they would just add ballast to balance it, but this is what we got. And this is pretty good. I mean, this is doing what we need it to do. So we can add some more We're going to add some more superstructure. Oops, too much superstructure. There we go. That's perfect. That's not bad, actually. This is a really nice ship. It's got a lot of secondaries. It'll be good for hunting down small ships. And I like the firing arc on all these 2.9s. So, alright. We'll call that one a win. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my refit videos. This one certainly went a lot better than the last heavy cruiser I refitted. I'm really not a fan of these German cruisers, at least not these early cruisers. They're just, I don't know, there's something weird about them. But they're pretty tough, so I was able to throw on a lot of armor. So we'll make it work. We'll definitely make it work. So like and subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, hang out with me on stream, and I will see everybody next time. Thank you and goodbye. Okay. Okay, so let's go see what other trouble we can get into. We have these two light cruisers. Let's go do that. But I'm going to run to the bathroom first, so I'll be right back, guys, and then we will do the next refits. Alright, I am back. So, let's go refit. Let's go refit some captured German light cruisers now, shall we? So, we have this Nymphy class. Let's go check him out. Or her out, whatever it is. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Looks like a Light Cruiser 1 design or Light Cruiser 2. Probably Light Cruiser 1. We can definitely work with this guy. So, we're just going to make this to tear up small ships, like all of our other ships that we're refitting. I'm not really worried about going after big ships, because they don't have a lot of big ships. So, in fact, you know what? We're just gonna strip this thing down completely, and we're just gonna build this thing up fresh. So, 25 knots, max range, max bulkheads, max draught. Get all the yummy tech. And make it as durable as we can. There we go. Alright, so we need two funnels. That's enough. In fact, we could put the rear tower right over there. Let's go two funnels like that, and this is perfect. And then we could go, probably 5-inch guns is enough. Can we do, can't do barbettes on 5-inch guns. I have to go 5.2s if I wanted barbettes. That'd be alright. And so we do 5.2-inch guns here. Can we put one in the back? We could put one in the back. So we do something like this. Why did that not work out? Alright, so that didn't work out. So let's go try this again. So if we do this, if we put it on a barbette, then that makes it a lot easier. I do it like this, but that limits that back gun. If I were to do it like that, then I have much better firing arcs. I like that better. Alright, so this gives me good firing arcs. And we'll drop this down to 2 inches. Or 2.1 inches. And this is pretty good. I mean, I don't have any secondaries, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. I might actually go cat ballistic, which this will make him punch pretty hard. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I need some barbettes. How do I want to do this? If I were to drop a little bit off the fore and aft belt... There we go. Then this gives me room to have more barbette. Let's drop the inner deck down a little bit so I can get more gun armor. Because the gun armor, frankly, is a lot more important to me than anything else. Because I don't want my gun armor, I don't want my guns to get punched too easily. There we go. This'll be alright. I like this. This is a good light cruiser. Oh, you know what? I need to have some barbette there. Alright, that'll be good enough. This way we're not going to be so splody. What's our yeah, flash fire 6.5%, so that's good. Alright. There we go. Nice little light cruiser. I wish I had some secondary guns, but that'll be good enough. 9.5 inch or 9.5 kilometer range, 11. Do I have the? Oh, you know what? I didn't fix the gun length. That is much better. That is much, much better. There we go. Perfect. All right. That should make it reasonably survivable. Granted, we're going to all that trouble just for a single light cruiser, but this thing will be able to stomp the hell out of a destroyer. I'm not worried about that at all. Got 6 5-inch guns, all center line, so this will be very nice. And it's pretty quick, and it has a long range. So this is exactly what I'm looking for out of a light cruiser. Let's go fix up the other one real quick. So let's go refit you. Boop. Alright, so... And then this spare bear. That should be a nice light cruiser. Let's go see what we can do with this guy. It's a semi-armor cruiser. It's probably a semi-armor cruiser 1. And we can kind of condense him down a little bit. I'm not so keen with that funnel design. So let's see what we can do as far as maybe condensing all your stuff in a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and clean everything off. We want 25 knots, max range, max bulkheads. Now, as far as the beam goes, we've got 45, 2,500 tons. We could make the max beams. We could do all that. All right. Let's go add all of the tech. There we go. So as far as your tower goes, can we stick you inside? We can. Let's do that. I have a small secondary tower. A couple of funnels. Alright, so this... I mean, I could try dropping the beam down. So this gives me a little under 1,000. A little under 1,000. Doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. Alright, so if we go 5-inch, let's go pop a 5-inch gun right there with maximum barbettes. And we have to go at least a 5.1 just so we can have some barbette armor. All right. So that's not bad. We can do this. We could put some guns inside if I want to get creative with the barbettes. Actually, what I want to do is I want to have you right there. Alright, I guess I can't. Shit. This way we'll have a little bit of extra space. And it's not really wanting to... Let me put it down there. So we're going to have to... Alright, there we go. So this gives us a bunch of guns. And then as far as our casemate guns, probably 3-inch. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we go 2-inch, we don't get as many. So let's go with the 3-inch casemate guns. And that's going to use up a lot of our tonnage. We're going to make them 3.9s. Just to max that out, because that's the best of our Mark III guns that we can have. And then as far as secondaries go, that has a good field of fire. If I put a secondary up here, it limits it. So we're not going to worry about secondaries. I think we're just going to leave it like this. I mean, maybe we could stick something over there instead. It has a range of 11 kilometers, 5.1 accuracy at 5,000 meters. And they're pretty good guns. Alright, so we need to get some more aft weight going on here. Can't do much about that. Can't do much about that either. Now what we could do is, instead of having that one 5-inch gun, I could have two 5-inch guns, which would give some extra aft weight and let me balance the ship. So that's how we're going to do it. That's actually pretty good. And then the rest of this thing, we can add main belt. We go inner belt. And then we'll add some superstructure. That's pretty good. This will make it pretty chunky. I don't think I really need much more than 2 inches of superstructure. I've got on semi-armor piercing, which is probably enough. I could go cap ballistic, because this will be enough to punch through destroyers and stuff. If I were to go cap ballistics, that could do some damage to cruisers. Although I'm not really convinced. I think I'm just going to leave it at semi. It'll do more damage anyway. I just set a bunch of fires. Yeah, we'll call this good. Can I add some more barbette? No. That's about as good as we're going to get. Alright, there we go. But that's very good enough. Well, thank you for watching my video on refitting this light cruiser. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope the light cruiser does well. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and come hang out with me on stream. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Okay, so, hey luxury. Is Trump doing a press conference in a bit? I suppose I probably ought to watch that. But I'm sure I can catch a recap of it here in a bit. Let's see here. Refit. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably check it out at Timcast. I'm curious to see what all executive orders he's going to do and what all stuff they're going to... Announce the Stargate program. Oh my god. That would be pretty crazy. Alright, let's... what else do we have to refit? That would be pretty wild. Alright, so all I have left are destroyer and torpedo boats. So I guess we're going to go ahead and do a refit video on that. Alright, I am back, and we are going to refit the last of these captured German ships. We're going to get this destroyer, and then we'll also do torpedo boats. So let's go check this out and see what we can actually do. As far as the destroyer goes, I just want this thing to be able to take out other destroyers when combined with other ships. Just kind of a support platform. This destroyer actually looks okay just looking at it. I'll probably replace the guns a little bit. So let's see what we can do as far as tech on this guy goes. Max range, max bulkheads, give it some more draught. Induced boilers. Geared turbines, get a better technology. Better armor. And looks like this is all up to snuff. We want max high capacity, high explosive shells. Also want heavy, increased shells, cordite, and kind of want TNT. I'll do Durnite. Make a little extra splody. Yeah, the flash fire chance is still pretty small, so we're not too worried about that. And go coincidence 3. Alright, so what is that? That's a 5.1. We don't need 5.1 inch guns. You're not going to be able to use a 5.1 inch gun. So what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to go for 3.9s. There we go. We have way too much forward weight, but can't do much about it. And just make sure we have as much armor as we can. I mean, I could try to lower deck. We could do something like that. That'd work all right. Torpedoes about as good as we're going to get it. We don't want mines, but we do want the mine sweeper. Give some depth charges. And we go enhanced reloading. We've got as much guns on here as we got 5 guns. That's not bad. What's our armor penetration? It's going to be, reasonable. Can we go 30? We can go 30. Can we go 31? I can go forced boilers. There we go. 32 knots. 33 knots. How about 34 knots? Nope. 33.5. 33.6. 33.7. 33.8. 33.9. Alright, so 33.8 knots is as fast as baby's going. It's an expensive destroyer. But, this thing's going to go pretty quick. Maybe I can move this to balance it a little bit. I perfectly balanced it. That's badass. I love this destroyer. We're building it. It's a little bit on the light side. You know what? We're going to go normal torpedoes. I'm going to go 19-inch. We go extra torpedoes. Why not? Alright, there we go. There's our destroyer. Alright, let's save it. Alright, let's go check out the torpedo boat. We can I'm really impressed with this destroyer. This is a beautiful destroyer. It's got a good range. And with these small guns, it should be able to take out enemy destroyers. Alright. We'll go refit this guy. Too bad I only have one of those. And then I have some of these torpedo boats. Which, let's go and get these fixed up also while we're at it. And these will be okay ships. We'll just cover the deck with like 2.9-inch guns. And that should be that should be good enough, I think. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's go take these 4-inch guns off. We don't need those. We want max range, max bulkheads. We'll max all that out. Can't build them over 800 tons, can I? 3. There we go. All right, so that's as big as we're making this guy. And we're just gonna redo all that stuff. So, got the geared turbines. Now, what kind of funnels are these? These are standard funnels. Got the 5.6 and the 7.2. You know, we're just gonna do that. And we need a torpedo launcher, which we don't really care that much about it. And then we need, probably going with 3.9-inch guns. And let's get a... Well, that's not going to fit, is it? So that's basically as much as we can put on here gun-wise. I don't know if there's a way for me to squeeze on more guns. I mean, instead of having that, I could have, you know, guns on the side like that. So we do something like this, which I'm not... It's got a little bit of overlap, but not really. Well, that doesn't really seem to... It'd almost be better just to have that like that to have the better torpedo angle. So, I mean, this is really as good as it's going to get. We can go extra ammo on the torpedoes. We got our mine hunter kit, enhanced reloading, increased ammo. So, I mean, this is basically as good as we can get it. We can get a little bit more. We could try and go more speed, go 30 knots. We'll lose some range. .5. Oh, you know what? We could go forced boilers. There we go. 30.6, 30.7, 30.8, 30.9. Can we go 31? We can. All right. We're gonna go 31 knots. All right, there we go. That's our torpedo boat. Well, that's not a bad torpedo boat. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you appreciate the video. I enjoy making them. we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and come hang out with me on stream, and I will see everybody next time. Thank you and goodbye. Alright, so we got that one done. Let's see here. We've got a bunch of refitting German ship videos. Let's see if we have any more ships that I can upgrade. Get him refitted. Boop. That'll take an awful long time to refit him. Alright, so we're all set. Well, I might just take a break, because I've been streaming for a few hours here. But, let me know when that press conference starts, and I'll go check it out. Who do we have for naval invasions? Germany's going to get wiped out. They have no ports. We can invade some French stuff. Dahomey, Gabon, and Ivory Coast. Let's see what's the most expensive. Ivory Coast is 4 billion, 2 billion. Ivory Coast it is. Hello, Ivory Coast. Oop. Let's get us some Ivory Coast. I will be right back. I gotta take this. All right, let's go take a quick look here. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like they've got the. All right. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break for a while because I do have a little bit more work I want to do, and I've refitted all my ships. So let's take a break, and I will be back probably tonight. I'm gonna go rest for a while. So, and Luxury, thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna go watch the press conference. I'm gonna go eat some supper. I'm gonna go rest for a bit, and then I'll probably be on in a few hours. So, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see everybody. I'll see everybody a bit later. We could do a watch party and watch the news conference, but I want to be able to turn the volume up and actually see it. So Stargate's supposed to be a new AI program that they're starting. All right. I'm very hesitant about AI, but I know that if we don't do something with it, the other guys will. But we'll see. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and I'll see everybody later tonight or tomorrow. Goodbye.